Hey, what's up, guys? Shuckle King here, bringing you my Pool 2 battles for the NPL Tryout Tournament versus Troy. Troy is currently 1-1 as of this recording, so it'd be great for him if he got a win. For me, I feel like I'm in great shape if I can get this win. I'll be at 2-0. Troy will be 2-1, and then Lux, Dax, D Leader, and Josh all won't have wins at this point. I'm still afraid of Lux to an extent that he could still overtake me if I'm 2-0, as well as Troy if I lose a couple games. But I feel like they're my biggest competition, in my opinion, at this point. So that's because Dax is 0-2, and I believe Josh is also 0-2. So it's a little bit of an unfortunate start for them, but hopefully we can get a win here and be in great shape to get out of this pool. So Troy's team is pretty scary. From most least threatening here, we have Clefable, Scolpy with Z move access, Thunderous T, Mega Gallade, Melodic, Crocodile, Serena, Balissi, and Yuxi. Mega Gallade, I feel like, would be more of a threat than normal. It's still, I have it ranked 4th, but I do have things to handle it pretty well. Mega Diancie speed ties and kills it where it shouldn't be able to knock it out in return. Scolpy does a ton of damage with Mega Horn. Necrozma takes hits pretty well. Decidueye takes hits pretty well. Aerodactyl outspeeds and kills with Z-Fly. Alolan Persian does a ton of damage with Foul Play, and if he's Drain Punch, he'll recover a lot of HP, but if he's not and goes for close combat, then it'll be an easy revenge kill range. So I do have a lot for Mega Gallade. Clefable I don't have a ton for, because I do have a lot of physical attackers. I do have to watch out for that, especially if he's like a physically defensive unaware, then that'd be pretty problematic. I'd really have to make sure my Scolipede can handle the Clefable pretty well. Scolipede is also an issue, obviously because he can baton pass speed, and the biggest speed recipient would be Clefable receiving stored power boosts. So I do have to watch out for that, especially because he can obviously get through my Alolan Persian with Moonblast, stored powered, Soft Boil, and maybe Calm Mind is the set. So I would have to watch out for Speed Pass there. Thunder's T outspeeds my Manaphy, which is annoying, but doesn't outspeed my Garchomp, which is nice. I don't expect it to be Scarf, but it definitely could be. Other things, Melodic's defensive and annoying. Crocodile, Intimidate, makes it annoying for Garchomp and Scolipede, though Scolipede does hit it pretty hard, even with a -1 attack. I don't think his 3 defensive mons have a great matchup. Serena, Blissi, Yuxi. He might bring one of them anyway, just as a general pivot. I really expect the first 6 to come in this matchup, though. As we can see here, what I'm bringing, it's a weird first set here with Decidueye. I'm basing the team around this set that hopefully it should pretty much win at +1. The only way where it doesn't win is like Scolipede is a problem to this set, and Unaware Clefable obviously handles this set really well, but it is Decidueye with a decent amount, a little bit of attack with Adamant. This allows me to 2-hit KO max defensive Clefable at +2 if he's Magic Guard. And then enough speed where if I get a +1 speed boost from Scolipede, which, spoilers, I had Speed Pass, I will be able to add speed the Mega Gallade at +1 speed, and then the rest goes in the bulk. I do have Colbur Berry to take potential knockoffs from the Mega Gallade, though I don't know if it runs it in this matchup or not, maybe to hit the Necrozma, or the Crocodile if it's like a Choice Scarf set. It would outspeed me at +2, so I would have to watch out for that. Actually, I don't know if it outspeeds me at +2. It might not, but regardless, Colbleberry takes it, no problem, and I can kill it and return a Leaf Blade. So Decidueye hopefully does pretty well against like his defensive mons. They can't really do much to this Decidueye unless they're Toxics. Can also take hits from the Thunderous T pretty well just because of how much bulk it has. It also handles the Melodic extremely well. So hopefully this Decidueye does really well in this game and he wouldn't expect it. Next, I have Scolipede, an offensive set, contrary to the timid set that I brought last game. Now I'm going full offensive with Scolipede in this game with Mega Horn, Poison Jab, Protect, Life Orb, and then Baton Passes there to hopefully get a speed boost into the Decidueye or maybe other Pokemon on my team, which we'll show later. But he really doesn't have a Mega Horn switch in besides Clefable, and then I can obviously hit that with a Poison Jab, and Thunder's T also gets hit pretty hard with a Poison Jab, though it does not kill, unfortunately, after Rocks. So that's something I do have to consider, but otherwise, the Scolopy should have a really nice matchup. If I don't like my situation, I can always protect the baton pass out. So that's a great luxury I've been realizing pretty quickly in this tournament with having Speed Pass Scolopede. Next Pokemon I have is a Garchomp Choice Scarf. And I was debating between this and a Alolan Persian set that would outspeed and do a ton of damage with Foul Play and Mega Gallade. But I decided to go with Garchomp instead. It's a pretty good revenge killer. It should outspeed all the potential Scarfers that he brings. The speed allows me to outspeed Choice Scarf Crocodile. I don't outspeed the Thundurus, but I am okay with that if he is Choice Scarf, just because with the HP and Special Defense investment, I'm actually able to live a Hidden Power Ice from full from a Thundurus T if he's Choice Scarf. So that's why I forego the max speed to outspeed the Thundurus T if he's Scarfed, because one, I don't think he's going to be Scarfed, but even if he is, I will be able to live the Hidden Power Ice and hopefully scare him off in return. If it's like a one-on-one situation, he goes straight in Power Ice expecting to kill, then he doesn't kill, and then I can kill in return with a Stone Edge after Rocks. So hopefully that situation comes in. Garchomp might not be as useful just because he does have a Clefable, which shuts it down pretty hard. I do have Iron Tail, which has a chance at 2-hit KO, but otherwise I don't really expect a Garchomp to be doing a whole lot as long as he has the Clefable on. But it should be a good revenge killer. Also outspeeds the Mega Gallade, so that's always a plus. Next Pokemon I have is Conkeldurr, and I'm starting to really like Conkeldurr, especially with Speed Pass. I was a little down on Conkeldurr before just because how slow it is, but getting the speed boost is certainly really nice. This speed allows me to outspeed Mega Gallade at +2 speed, I believe. That's the purpose of this set. It also allows me to outspeed the Thundurus. Actually, what is it? 166. No, actually, this does not outspeed the Mega Gallade. It will outspeed the Thundurus. It doesn't outspeed the Mega Gallade at +2. I would have to get the +3. But really, everything else in my team handles the Mega Gallade. That's why I was okay with going a little bit less speed and then a little bit more bulk, because Conkeldurr is not as bulky as I want it to be, which is unfortunate, but even though at base 105 HP, it doesn't take special hits at all. But fortunately, I don't think I'm really aiming to take special hits too much with this set, because I'm not going to take hits from Clefable. I'm really only taking, I guess, melodic hits a little bit better if I had more special bulk. The more physical bulk allows me to have Crocodile and Scolopy hits better, so that's why I figured I was more worth it to go in general HP than just in special defense, like my last game. But he doesn't have a switch in the Facade. This Facade actually 2-hit KOs Clefable, and the speed also allows me to add speed, like no speed Clefable, and speed creep that, and in case he does have a little bit of creep, I should add speed into a KO with Facade, so he really doesn't have a switch into this, so that's great. He can revenge kill it pretty easily if I don't have speed boost, but he can't switch into this set at all. The next Pokemon I have is Mega Diancie with Diamond Storm, Stealth Rock, Protect, and Moonblast. I do like Protect on Diancie just to ensure I get my Magic Bounce out. I was debating about other moves, but I figured Protect was just the safest thing for this team. Basically is to get rocks up and prevent rocks from getting up on the field. Bonuses is that it does speed tie the Mega Gallade, and I can kill it in return with a Moonblast, which is certainly nice. And I mean, Moonblast still hits his team really hard. If he's defensive to Clefable, Moonblast is going to do a ton to it. Melodic's not going to appreciate it because it's probably going to be max defensive with Flame Orb. Crocodile doesn't take it. Thundurus T doesn't take it. Scolopy doesn't take it. Diamond Storm. Serena doesn't take either Diamond Storm or Moonblast, depending if he's physically or especially defensive. If he is, Muxie can take hits pretty well. Moonblast will probably be a 3 KO, and I expect it to be a more physically defensive Muxie. So Moonblast should do pretty well there. And Blissey has a chance to get 2 KO'd by Diamond Storm. A better chance to get 2 KO'd if I'm not timid, but I chose to be timid just because I want to take hits a little bit better. And I really need Diamond Storm to hit the Blissey and the Scolopede. So I was okay with going minus attack, and hopefully my Conkeldurr should somewhat handle the Blissey, I would say. So the last Pokemon I have in my team is Manaphy Leftovers with a lot of HP and some special defense. The speed allows me to outspeed the Crocodile, certainly a plus, and then the special defense plus HP allows me to live 2 Scalds from no special attack Melodic, so I can set up substitutes on that. If he's Haze, then he has a problem dealing with this set because he won't be able to 2-hit KO my substitutes. So I should be able to stall him out in conjunction with burn damage plus recover plus just the general PP that I have on my moves. He's going to be forced to recover more than He's going to force to recover, and it's going to take him 3 hits to break a substitute, and I'll be able to recover all that HP up with my leftovers. The 404 HP also allows me to live a seismic toss from Blissey if he does bring it, so that's certainly a plus there. And my non-stab move is Energy Ball to hit the Melodic. So that's my team. Let's get right into the match.
Good luck, have fun, Troy. He just bring the Yuxi instead of the, not the Mega Gallade, unfortunately, instead of the Crocodile. Okay. My Diancie was planning to be my lead, and it looks like it has a pretty good matchup. I'm not really scared about anything currently that would, like, be a lead, unless if it's like a Life Orb Scolipede. That could be an issue. I'm kind of glad I didn't bring the Alolan Persian in this matchup and went with Garchomp instead. Yeah, I'm going to leave with Diancie here. My Decidueye, yeah, I'm liking the matchup it has. I think Mega Diancie itself also has a pretty good offensive matchup, and Conkeldurr really doesn't have any switch-ins to that. So I'm going to get this battle started. He's on mobile. I'll take playing a mobile player. It's pretty tough to play battles on mobile, I guess, unless you're used to it. I did one tournament battle on mobile, and I did terrible on it, so it happens, but I guess he chose to be able to play it just right now and get this battle done and over with. I guess I put most of these battles off, delayed because of my vacation I took last week in Florida, which was super nice. I really haven't had a vacation like that for a while now. Just getting away from everything for like a week and a half, not worrying about all the responsibilities at work. I had a couple hundred emails I had to reply to or delete, mostly deleted them, but other than that, it wasn't too bad when I came back from work. So let's see what he goes. He goes with the Melodic. I'm going to get a decent amount of damage off on me, but at least I can get my Stealth Rocks up. So I'm definitely okay with that. Let's see. This Melodic to my, assuming it's no special attack investment, to my Mega Diancie. It's going to do like 2/3 damage to me. It's a lot, and my Mega Diancie is also somewhat of a decent answer for the Thundurus, because obviously Thundurus outspeeds my Manaphy, but I'm going to get the rocks up. I think it's going to be good to chip down that Thundurus plus the Scolipede and get my Magic Bounce up right away. He does go for the Scald, get the lower roll, and get his Marvel Scale up. He also doesn't have removal unless if he's Defog Thundurus. Now I could go into my Decidueye here, but I don't want to risk getting burned. I feel like my Manaphy is a pretty safe answer, even if he Scald burns me. It's not the worst thing in the world, as I can substitute, and he won't be able to, well, I guess he also won't be able to Toxic me, which would be great. I will go into the Manaphy right here. Let's see what he does. He does go for the Toxic. That's unfortunate, but I guess Conkeldurr was probably a better play there. But I'm okay with this. I can fire off an Energy Ball pretty freely right now, but I don't know if he really wants to take that unless he wants to try to recover stall me. What's his play right now? His play is to go stay in, or maybe go into Clefable if especially defensive. I like the thought of going into Conk and getting my Flame Orb up. So let's do that. Now I could go... Yeah, I could go into Scolipede, predicting the Clefable, because he really doesn't have a switch-in. He doesn't really have a switch-in to the Scolipede if I can get that in, especially with Rocks up. Yeah, I'm going to go into that. I'm really assuming he wouldn't go for the Scald and try to get a burn there. Alright, so I'm back. He goes into the Mega Gallade right here, which is definitely a threat. My Scolipede versus Gallade. He's not going to knock me out with Zen Headbutt, but in return I would do a ton of damage with Mega Horn. And I think that's probably worth it. I'm going to go for the Mega Horn. It's not going to kill, but he's going to do a lot of damage, and I suppose he could always miss with his Zen Headbutt if that's his play. Psycho Cut is going to knock me out, but I think I should be able to put it in range where... Let's see. I do a ton of damage. I am definitely okay with this. And he misses a Zen Headbutt. That's awesome. Man, that was absolutely what I was looking for there. No takebacks there. If he goes for a Shadow Sneak, that's fine. But a Poison Jab is going to do a lot of damage to whatever comes in. And I knock out the Mega Gallade. Boy, that's unfortunate for Troy, but it's the risk you take running Zen Headbutt versus Psycho Cut. I will apologize. I do have a healthy Scolipede, and I can probably Baton Pass into my Decidueye, which is looking pretty good if I can get a Sword Stance up. But Decidueye is also nice to be an answer for the Thundurus, because the Thundurus, even though Thundurus is not a Z Captain, it can still be a pretty big threat for sure. He's going to go into Melodic. Let's see, Scolipede to Melodic. He is Marvel Scale. And item is Flame Orb. I'm going to do like 35%. So I can Baton Pass into Conkeldurr here. And if he goes for the Scald, he goes for the Scald. If he goes for the Haze, that's fine. I get a free Facade off on something. He's definitely not going to want to take that with the Melodic. I could even go for the Bulk Up if I really felt risky with it. I'm going to go into Conkeldurr. See, he goes for the Scald. He does not get the burn, but I get my +2 speed boost off into this. And it's going to do a lot of damage. I'm going for the Facade. Really no drawback there. He doesn't have anything that wants to switch into this. And I will outspeed everything on his team unless if he Scarfed Thundurus or if he protects with the Scolipede, or I guess if he Scarfed Uxie, which is something I considered on the back burner, and I'm a little bit weaker to an offensive Uxie, but like a offensive Choice Scarf Uxie, or even offensive, but I would highly doubt he brings that. I think I'm the only one that appreciates this set. Let's see, Conkeldurr to Melodic is going to do like 40-ish% with a Facade. Let's see, yeah, it's going to do like 40-ish%. He has max defense. I could go for a Drain Punch here and recover a lot of HP. I'm going to do that now. It doesn't do much. He gets a Haze off, which is good for him. I'm going to go for the... I could go for the Drain Punch again and get healthy. Or I can go to my Decidueye. I'm going to go for the Drain Punch and stay healthy. Yeah, I'm okay with this exchange here. Now he's down at 50%. He could go for a Scald here, but I really don't think that's his play. His play is definitely to go for the Recover. I can go for a Facade, though. I can start trying to burn these, to burn his Recovers. I do a decent amount of damage there. He really can't do much. I can just continuously Facade. Facade plus Mach Punch is going to be able to knock him out. Or, like, if he goes for Scald here, then Facade plus plus Mach Punch is going to knock him out. So he's in a tough spot right here. He can try to continuously recover, and hopefully he gets continuously low rolled. But I'm in pretty healthy shape right now with my Conkeldurr. I'm at 75%. So I'm really not too worried about this. He goes into Yuxi. I should be able to get a ton of damage off on this. 49%. I could figure out what type of spread that is. Yuxi. Facade. He is very defensive. He is max defensive. Most likely. Or like near max defensive. Near max D Yuxi. I guess that's good to know. I can go to my Decidueye and prevent it from getting a rocks. That's what he wants to try to do. He does go for the rocks. He will not get them up on me at least yet, which is great for me. I can go... I think a Diamond Storm is a pretty safe play here, though he is very defensive Yuxi. How much would a Moonblast do? It'll almost kill. It'll put it in range where Stealth Rocks will knock it out, and he really doesn't have a switch in to Moonblast, so I'm going to go for it. Yeah, that's great damage there. Yeah, he kills me with the Iron Tail, but his Yuxi's not going to be able to do too much for the rest of this game. I can go into Scolipede, which is definitely my pay, because I can get a defense, or I can get a speed boost here. And Scolipede will knock it out with a Poison Jab. Yeah. Definitely. I'm going to go for the Poison Jab and knock this out. And I'll be putting a lot of pressure on his team. Yeah, it was really unfortunate that he lost his Mega Galley to the Scolipede. The Scolipede's going to be super annoying to him. I was honestly okay with sacrificing my Scolipede for basically taking out the Mega Galley. But I guess in that instance, I would have just gone to Conkeldurr and gotten my Flame Orb activated, so it wouldn't have been, like, I wouldn't have sacrificed too much knowledge about my team having to revenge kill this Mega Gallade, especially because rocks are up. Unless if he is, again, a Defog Thunderous T. But I'm looking really good right now. That Conkeldurr has to stay alive as long as possible to take care of this Melodic, because the Melodic shouldn't be able to beat my Conkeldurr 1v1. Let's see, the Scolipede on the Melodic. If he's Marvel Scale, Flame Orb, it's not going to knock him out. But I can Baton Pass into my Decidueye and go for a Sword Stance. But I don't think I need to do that yet. I'm going to Baton Pass into Conkeldurr. If he goes for the Scald here, then he's really low. That's not good for him. And as I figured, he goes right for the Recover. Do I want to Drain Punch and recover a lot of HP? Or do I want to Facade and put this in put it in an awkward situation? So again, my Conkeldurr, Drain Punch is going to do like 30-ish%. I have to recover a decent amount of HP. And Facade probably won't knock it out, but again, I put it in the spot where he has to continuously recover. You've already used a fourth of it up, and I won't be able to kill with a combination of Facade plus Mach Punch. I'm going to go for the Drain Punch here, continuously recover HP. Alright, I'm at a pretty good range right now. He can go for the Recover, but I can go for the Facade and still do a lot of damage to him. Put him in range where he can't really... Okay, I got a low roll, which is a little unfortunate there. I could switch out into Manaphy and go for a Tail Glow or an Energy Ball. Or I could predict him to go... He's not going to go for it. He has to keep going for the Recover. He goes for the Scald. I'm going to do a lot of damage to him. In return, I can go for a Mach Punch here and take out this Melodic. I'm okay with this exchange here, especially because I should outspeed the Clefable and do a lot of damage with Facade. We'll see what he decides to do here. The thing is, my team is a little bit weakened if he's an offensive... If he's an offensive Scolipede, that can be an issue, but... Otherwise, I feel like I'm in decent shape. Hopefully he brings in a Clefable and I can get a big Facade off in return. Because I wouldn't switch going into my into my Scolipede on that. He could be a Cobb. Yeah. What's it called? He could be Cosmic Power or a Stored Powered Clefable set. So I do have to watch out for that. But I think just going for the Facade here on the Scolipede should be fine. He goes for the Earthquake. He is Z-move, right? Yes, he is Z-move. Let's see. My Manaphy on the Scolipede will do more than half. And I can force a lot of... I can go in a Garchomp here. An Earthquake is going to do a decent amount. Dragon Claw is going to do a decent amount. I don't really want to give him an opportunity to go into Clefable and Cosmic Powering if that's a set, because that'll be a pretty big issue otherwise. I don't really want to go into Decidueye either if he's Z-move and he knocks me out. If he's Z-move Mega Horn, he's not going to knock me out if I go into Manaphy, and I could always get a Skull Burn. So I'm going to go for the Scald here. He could go into Clefable, but then I would probably hard switch into Scolipede if he did that. Because I can Sword Stance, and I'm pretty bulky to take on this Clefable. So he does go for the Z-move. It shouldn't knock me out. 69%. Great damage. I can get a burn. That'd be awesome. I do get a burn. I will go... So I could go for the Substitute here, but I'm not too worried about giving a free switch into anything. The Thundurus I won't be able to knock out. If I go for the... Or I could go for a... No, Tailglow doesn't really make sense. I could go for the sub and purposely kill myself off in case he wants to Baton Pass. So I'm more ready into whatever he wants to try to bring out after that. Probably the Decidueye. No, I think Scald is probably a safe play. Because even if he Baton Passes into the Thundurus, he's not going to want to take a Scald for sure. So I think I'm in pretty good shape here. I'm fortunate that he did get the... I got a burn there. I got pretty lucky in this game. It's unfortunate to Troy, but it happened. I felt like I still had chances to win this game without the unfortunate hacks there, but it really did put him in a pretty bad spot there. Now I can go into... I think my play is to go... So I can go Scolipede. Scolipede and the Thundurus. Does not knock him out with Poison Jab. And he can knock me out with Thunderbolt. So I'm going to go into a Decidueye. If he's unaware, that's a problem. If he's unaware Clefable, that's a problem, though. Because my Leaf Blades aren't going to do a ton to him. But I think I have to go Decidueye here. My Garchomp doesn't really do much at this point in the game, though I guess Persian would have been nice if I had with Taunt on this Clefable. Yeah, I think I'm going to go into Decidueye, though he could easily be unaware. And unaware Clefable would be... Unaware Clefable with Fire Blast would be bad. He could be Calm Mind, Moon Blast, Fire Blast, and Soft Boil. That would be pretty unfortunate. See, if I go into Scolipede Protect and he goes for... If he goes for Agility, that would be an issue, at least somewhat. Let's see if my Decidueye takes 2 Hidden Power Ices from a Thundurus. It does. But I can't really do too much back to it. Like, I can Spirit Shackle, but that's going to do 50%. But I guess that's okay. I think I'm okay with going into Scolipede here. He is unaware. Okay, I definitely made the right play. So let's see. Scolipede, Clefable, Unaware. Poison Jab is going to do 63 to 75% to him. So yeah, thank goodness I made the right play there, because I should be able to kill the Thunderous with my Garchomp. He goes for Protect. That's fine. It's going to be a little bit annoying to take this set out. If I get a Poison, that would be pretty clutch. Let's see. 71%, and I get a Poison. Yeah, I just got really lucky this game, but it happened. Yeah, he's not going to be able to stall me out. Go for the Poison Jab, knock him out. Even if he does go for an Agility here, he can't beat my Decidueye. I probably... No, I'm going to go for the Poison Jab here and do as much damage as possible. Oh, another Poison, man. That's rough. He goes to the Thunderbolt and knocks me out. But I will be able to go into my Garchomp and win the game here. Yeah, I got pretty fortunate in that battle, not gonna lie, but it happens in this game. I've been on the end of good and I've been on the end of bad, but he's got to play it out the way it is. We all accept to play this game, but good game, Troy. That's probably gonna put him out of playoff contention. He was 1-1. He's gonna be 1-2. It's gonna be pretty hard to get in at 3-2, especially because I'm at 2-0 right now, and Lux is still in pretty decent shape. I don't remember about I think everybody else doesn't have a win, the other two opponents, but Troy could still get in at 3-2 if I lose a couple games. But good game to him. A little unfortunate with the hacks, but it happens, and hopefully I can continue this winning and luck streak through the rest of the tournament. But until next time, later, guys.